Good afternoon, everyone. Steve Georgia here from Allendale's Trading Floor, bringing you your closing commentary for September 13th. We did have markets lower today as far as the grains. Corn down pretty big, down about 23 cents. We did take out yesterday's lows. After really what we've done on a chart is put in an outside day down on a chart. So that means we took out yesterday's highs and yesterday's lows, closing in the lower part of the range. But yesterday, things were pretty strong after the report. Today, not so much. A lot of these weather maps that guys were concerned with this cold weather dipping down pretty far south and bringing in some very frigid temps, they backed off some of the temperatures and kept this southerly, the line down to that northern part of Iowa, southern part of Minnesota. And, I think concern is more on the beans at that point than what we could see on corn, and that further fueled the selling today. But funds were selling as we took out yesterday's lows, and as I mentioned, more of an outside day down now on the charts, so technically looking a little bit weak as well. A lot of guys now pointing toward that $7 area as far as your next area of solid support, but we'll see what tomorrow can bring. Beans down 4.5 cents. Not too bad for beans today, but I think a lot of their movement came yesterday after that report came out. It was our second close now down below that $14 area. That may be looked at as a little bit negative. It may give us a little bit more room to the downside. Your next solid support, $13.75, and then down to $13.50 yet on beans. But let's watch this cold air that's coming in, this cold weather later on this week. And if it does get south, pretty far south, and if it does get pretty cold, we could find beans react to that very quickly. But as far as wheat, down 25 cents today, following right along with corn. Finding some follow-through selling from yesterday's negative report as we saw ending stocks increase quite a bit. But we did on that December contract hold the $7 area. We went down, last trade was near 7.02, so it looks like we're going to settle this above $7. And we'll see if we can find some support there as well. But if corn ends up pulling back, we may find that take wheat back with it right now as well, especially after more of that bearish report we had seen from the USDA. Some of the outside markets, crude oil very strong, up $1.92, putting that back above $90 a barrel. So that's looking pretty solid again. And if we can close up here, we may find some strength and poke above those highs that we had here last week. But the dollar, after we've seen a very significant run over the last week and a half, setting back today about 72 cents. A lot of that has to do with the euro that's come back off these lows. Euro's up about 151 points today, so looking pretty strong. But not only that, I think it's also the concern of the stimulus that we may end up here in the U.S. getting, and the talk yet of finding new jobs and spending more money and coming up and printing more cash. If that's going to be the case, there's still a lot of concern here in the U.S. We've got the dollar reacting to that. It was kind of, wasn't really acting the same as we went over the last week, talking about potentially another round of QE3 or another round of printing money. We have not, we really didn't trade that fact. It was more trading the euro. Well, now all of a sudden that has become more of the front-running story, that it may end up seeing the dollar set back a little bit more. But today, down 72 cents, pretty big setback there for the dollar. Stock market finding some strength after an ugly open. Found the stock market open up close to 100 points lower. Ends up, right now, it's up about 60 points. We do have some time yet in the session, but right now it looks pretty good. We're well off these lows and may find a little bit of strength yet as well. As far as the metals, as I mentioned, with the dollar being down, we have seen some strength in the metals. Gold up about $25, silver up 95 cents today, and follow through. We are getting a little strength, as I mentioned, from that dollar being down. As far as the livestock, you had fat cattle today up about 25 cents for October. Feeders jumping about $1.37, and finding a little bit of strength off the lows that we made early in the session. A lot of that had to do with beef prices staying strong. Wholesale beef was strong last night, also strong today at midday. So we found the market come back a little bit from that news. As far as the hogs, kind of mixed. October up 27. As you get deferred, they were down. A lot of spreading going on or unwinding of spreads. But the October, like I said, up 27. You had December that was down about 32 cents. But we've got about 1 week left of this National Pork Month. We could end up seeing another week of maybe some stronger markets. But after we see this play out, we may end up getting more of a pullback and continuing this downtrend at this point. But we are looking for some support here on dips right now as we work through this time period. But we are looking for a little bit lower prices like I said, as we go through into next week. So we got about 1 week left with that. So I know I've thrown a lot at you guys today. Markets are moving quite fast. You should always feel free to give us a call over here with any questions you may have. You can reach us at 800-262-7538, or a lot of this information right on the web at allendale-inc.com. Hope you guys had a great day today and have a great rest of the week. Take care.